option as of now. And for the farmers market, you can put them in a box or a bag and just leave it at the end of the pavilion. I have a sign that says Corzall Recycles.
After the break tonight at 7 at the Bliss, a night of ballads and blues. Stay tuned.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente, ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m., en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
Recently formed MOUs with the American Hotel and Lodging Education Institute, which is the education arm of the American Hotel and Lodging Association, and also with the American Culinary Federation to do culinary training. We're here to celebrate our accomplishments. And this is not about replacing Belizean cuisine. This is about, we want the Belizean cuisine, we want the Belizean richness and diversity. Right? So this is about your skills. You all know what you all learned, so it's about transferring that skill.
We want to inspire this career because, you know, it's amazing. You love what you do, right? and it really is something that I think we can inspire other young Belizeans to undertake, and it's now part of your responsibility who have received this training and see a pathway for greater things.
Just to put it into perspective, there's only about 6,000 certified executive chefs in North America. There is only 69 certified master chefs in the world. There is less than 10 certified executive pastry chefs in this entire world. And now in Belize, we have 3 sitting in this room.
I will never find another lover sweeter than you.
Heartstring. You know who that is. The one. He makes your biochemical soup in your brain just go berserk. Your dopamine goes whoops. Your norepinephrine just serotonin drops. Your heart rate elevates. Your pupils dilate. Your stomach to tremble. The one when cold front you got a hole. The one where you want to sit down on the island and just watch the sunset go down. That is your heartstring. Well, for all the heartstrings, for all who want to find a heartstring, and to those who feel, well, they are heartstring material. Look out, here we go again. From the folks that brought you the Gatsby New Year's Eve event, you've heard about it. Well, you got your chance to join in this Saturday, February 14th. Grand Resort and Residences again, starting at 9 p.m. It's another mature and secure gallery event for Valentine's. It's called Heartstrings. We have the soundtrack to match your feelings. A superstar lineup of iconic DJs journey through the best classic old school tunes just for you and yours. When flowers alone won't do and chocolate's too cliche, we got music, we got DJs, we got the maestro, Stone Jam. Mr. Entertainment, DJ Dalla, Rocker and the Bigger Ford and Frisco and Tony G. I would like to be the only in your life, I want to be the only man. There we've got a special Steel Pan live throwdown from the Steel Pan Maestro, Alex Evans. No! Bring your heartstring fireworks in the sky for the lovers and, of course, exquisite cuisine for your satisfaction. Sweet dreams are made of these. Get your tickets and get your tickets early. You don't want to left your heartstring out there alone. Come together and feel the vibe. Rabbit Hole Entertainment again.
In a Valentine's special, the Loreto Palayo Trio is taking the stage again at the Bliss, this time with 2 special guests from New York, vocalist Katie Martucci and guitarist Josh Dunn, originally from Australia. Palayo's passion is instrumental jazz. However, he told us that with this concert, he is responding to the request for more vocals and felt that Valentine's is the perfect moment to introduce the vocal element. Showtime is 7 p.m. and tickets are for $50.
We're calling it a night of ballads and blues. So I hope that, people, the lovers, the unloved, those seeking love can come out to this concert, and just experience, I always say it's like we're bringing a piece of New York to Belize, at a very affordable price. And so I just encourage everyone to come out, check out the show. Most of the set list is vocal. So these are a lot of standards that people might recognize, either, just being in the popular sphere. I know people know some of these standards from more modern movies.
And jazz happening, and I kind of found the records and I started learning guitar and I wanted to play that music and I found people to play it with. And I eventually just got so into it that I ended up in New York City and then started working as a professional musician. It's going to be so fun because we're going to be playing a lot of beautiful songs from the Great American Songbook, a lot of jazz standards that a lot of people know and love. And it's going to be themed around Valentine's Day and a lot of music for lovers. but it's also going to be us, Katie and I, getting to know and getting to play with this Belizean trio rather, and kind of getting to know each other and kind of exploring things on stage, a lot of different sounds, a lot of different tunes and improvisation. And I think it's going to be really great.
So I actually got to have my first wedding gig at 6 years old, and I was not a prodigy, you know, like was playing violin very badly at this person's wedding, but nevertheless, a gig's a gig. So, that it was something that I got to kind of just have around me, and I really took to it, and ended up going to school for music, and then have been living in New York, singing and playing since 2017. I play with my partner Josh a lot, and we do jazz together, and I play jazz in a few other contexts in New York. And then I have my band that does my originals. And the past 2 years, I've started working as an electric bass player for other people's bands, which has been really fun. I just found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy with another brand new choo-choo toy. Since I found my sweet Lorraine, she's got a pair of eyes, and they are brighter than the summer sky. And when you see them, you are going to realize why I love my sweet Lorraine.
As we explained, Clean Land, Air and Water, or CLAW, promotes waste reduction through recycling and composting while also advocating against the burning of garbage. Founder Tara Hoisington explained why she saw the need to create her nonprofit. She also spoke about her partnership with schools in the Corozal district.
So I moved to the beautiful country of Belize 3 years ago, and I noticed an all too common practice of burning trash, whether it be in residential backyards, the schools, or the Consejo dump site. So my purpose here is to help put the fires out. And the only way to really go about decreasing burning of trash is to decrease our waste. So I do waste reduction initiatives, including recycling and composting programs in Corozal District. So when I go to the school, ours, refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and then how we incorporate composting in there. And we also do some critical thinking. How can we help the environment? And pretty much every school acknowledges, the students across the board acknowledges that burning of trash is bad for the environment. So they're already knowledgeable about how burning of trash is bad for the environment. They are understanding that it is a common practice as well. And it seems like that we're in this transition phase of trying to get off of burning trash. It's understandable too that there is no municipal waste in the villages, but regardless, the municipal waste in Corozal town does go to the dump site where it gets burnt there anyway. So I feel like the students already understand. When I go into the schools, we talk about no littering, and they are pretty much all say pick it up, put it in the trash can, or they say bin it. So I feel like the students are getting educated on things like climate change, greenhouse gas emissions, methane reduction. Like I'm really impressed. I'm like very impressed with every school knowledge.
CLAW has also been involved in the Recycle Organics program, which is an international program funded by Environment and Climate Change Canada. The program is primarily focused on countries in the Caribbean and Latin America and aims to improve organic waste management. Hoisington said the program has proven successful in Corozal.
Is a separate program that was funded by the Environment Climate Change Canada, where they were donated 200 compost bins for the country, and they because the country did so well, it was so well the program was so well received in different communities. The participation was extraordinary that we had actually got another 150 compost bins donated from Canada. So those will be coming in maybe in the next month. That is a separate program from my nonprofit is Clean Land, Air and Water. So Capital Supplies, they've actually donated metal for the custom built compost bins. They've been very. It was scrap metal. It was metal that was like from the end that it was their scrap metal that they had been storing, and so it just worked out really great because they were small pieces and we could cut them up and fit them. It worked out really nice. It was very generous, very helpful.
Okay. Hoisington explained how students have responded to the program.
Teaching them composting, which is new. It's actually, I would say, like in the schools that I've been in the 21 schools that I've been working in, initially maybe 1% to 2% of the students have heard of the word composting. And now at the end of the program, 100% of the students have heard of the word composting. And so we've impacted thousands of students across Corozal District so far, and many more to come. We donate a compost bin. The Recycle Organics program is funded by the Environment Climate Change Canada. They still are doing work in the country. Unfortunately, the program ends March 31st. So they donated compost bins. Some of them are black plastic bins that were shipped from Canada. And then we also have our own bins that we custom built. And we give them a bin, and with that comes multiple lectures throughout the year. We give them food waste buckets and a pitchfork, and so the food waste buckets go to the cafeteria or anywhere stationed in the school. It's for staff as well. And we teach the students to take responsibility for the food waste from the cafeteria. They have to take the bucket, empty the bucket, manage the compost bin, making sure there's water, it's moist, and mixing the food with the leaves. We started in Corozal town, and then we've just been working our way out. So far, we just had actually put in 2 compost bins in Sarnia. Our furthest south is San Victor. We're in Chan Chan, and we put one in Progreso. We've got scheduled for Calcutta coming up. Many of the village schools in the surrounding area.
In one final story from Claude, the nonprofit is starting a fundraiser to help 3 Corozal primary schools set the foundation to start their own garden programs. Founder Tara Hoisington explained that this initiative helps with food scarcity as well as complements the composting program, which is already established in most of these schools.
I found with some of these schools, because of food scarcity and that the garden programs are almost an essential part of learning in school. It has to be a necessity, an essential part of a core curriculum. So the Director of Education, Miss Kenny Colliard, she's pushing for garden clubs in all schools. And when I go to schools with the compost bin, we try to teach them like the full circle, that the food that you grow, you can give back the waste and use it as natural fertilizer, which is a lot cheaper than synthetic fertilizer, which store-bought fertilizer is very bad for soil. It's bad for the environment. And I mean, it might be a quick fix, but over long periods of time, it degrades the soil. So we're trying to get them to understand the full circle, that when we take our food and then we turn it into food waste, then we can make it back into fertilizer.
Hoisington explained how the fundraising would benefit the schools and shared which schools will be assisted.
So when I go into the schools, some of the schools have, if they signed up for the garden competition, they get extra help from the Department of Agriculture. And so those schools are doing really great. They've got resources, but there's other schools that want to get started and they have to do their own fundraising. So I just reached out, and I would like to build, some of these schools are also built on rocks and marl, like just 3 feet of rocks and marl. So there's no room for growing any food. You have to build raised beds, and then you have to haul in soil, and then seedlings and garden tools. They can be pricey. It can get expensive once you start getting into like actually putting a garden together. So I just reached out to the community. I really want to help these schools that are eager, that people that show me eagerness, people that are showing up, that are responsive to me and doing great with their compost bins. Those are the schools that we're helping, and we're going to build them some compost. We're going to build them garden beds and give them soil. I'm going to be working with Copperbank, Calcutta, and Crystalline Gill.
A GoFundMe petition has been created to collect donations. However, Belizeans can deposit into a local bank account by contacting Clean Land, Air and Water's Facebook page. Hoisington explained that they are also accepting donations of materials or even discounts.
Materials that we need are soil, garden tools, and garden bed build like wood. We need 2x4s, maybe some 4x4s, and zinc. We're going to build garden beds with zinc and wood, 2x4s and 4x4s. Anybody can contact me on through Facebook of my nonprofit Clean Land, Air, and Water. If they have supplies like anywhere, even a discount, I would be happy if I had discounted wood. It would be greatly appreciated. Discounted soil, discounted anything is also greatly appreciated if somebody has any resources.
And the Belize flag was featured once again on stage, this time as part of Cardi B's Little Miss Drama tour opener. Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar, known professionally as Cardi B, opened her 35-show concert Tuesday night in Palm Desert, California, which is in the Coachella Valley near Palm Springs. Cardi B was born in New York City to a Dominican mother and Trinidadian father and identifies as Afro-Caribbean and mostly speaks Spanish. Similarly to Bad Bunny, Cardi B is known to celebrate her culture. Keeping with the current trend of celebrating Latin American heritage, Cardi B joined in during her performance of the song Bodega Batty, which is the third song in Act 3 of her tour's setlist, when the dancers came out waving the flags of the Americas. As with the Belize flag was one of the first on stage and stayed near front and center during the entire segment. For those in the US or Canada who would want to attend her concert and see Belize's flag on the stage, the tour will stop in 31 other cities. The tour ends on April 18 in Atlanta. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV, BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.